Hello everyone, I'm Yulia. Today I'm going to tell you how we call people in Russia. People we don't know, for example, to take waiter's attention, to ask a person something in the street, and how we call people we know, our friends, colleagues, etc. You may think it's a little bit weird topic, why should we listen about it? But the thing is, in modern Russian language, we don't have any universal phrase, as for example English-speaking countries. As I know, you use like a Mr., Madam, Miss, etc. But we don't have. Before the revolution we had, but after government pushed people to use a comrade, товарищ, plus a surname. But today it sounds funny. So let's see what options we have for each situation to use. I would distinguish our video into two big parts. One part is about how to call people, how to address people we don't know, and the second, people we know. So let's see. The best way to start a conversation with a person you don't know is to say «извините, пожалуйста» or «простите, пожалуйста». I'm sure you know it means excuse me. And usually if we want a person attention, a person that we don't know, usually we have two reasons for it. We want to have some kind of information, or we have a request and want to ask something, to ask for something. So if we want to know information, it's good to continue the phrase with «скажите, пожалуйста», which means say please. Or «вы не знаете», which means don't you know. And for example, if we want to know where is the metro, it's good to say «извините, пожалуйста, вы не знаете, где метро». Or «извините, пожалуйста, простите, пожалуйста, скажите, где метро». And if we already got some kind of information, sometimes we need help. We want to ask a person to give us something, and it's already a request. It's not about information; it's about actions. And in this context, we may say «будьте добры» or «будьте любезны». «Будьте добры» be kind. «Будьте любезны» be polite, be kind as well, but it's a little bit more polite. For example, when we want to buy tickets in the theater, we can say «Будьте добры, 2 билета, пожалуйста». «Будьте любезны» меню. So we think could you please give me 2 tickets? We want not information, we want a person something make or do for us. Another popular way to take his or her attention is to say gender of a person. It may sound a little bit weird or even rude, but it's so common in our culture to say девушка, which means young lady, or молодой человек, which means young man. And I had a very funny story, one expat, he lived in Russia for several years, and he was, I don't know, he wasn't old, he was about 35 maybe, but he was so pleased when people in the street said, молодой человек. He told me he felt so young, so, attractive, people call me young, etc. But what should we do if we understand that a person is not very young? In this case, you can say женщина, which means woman, or мужчина, which means man. But there is no any strict border, but be careful, if it's okay to say девушка or молодой человек, it's better to use it. Actually, in the Russian language, we had some kind of equivalents for Mr., Madam, Miss. So is господин for a man, госпожа for a woman, and господа for plural. It's a plural form. But we use them so rarely. They are very official. I think I never heard that any person in my life called me госпожа Белова. But theoretically, yeah, if I'm a businessman, I have a business meeting, I may hear it. So it's so official that usually after we say a surname or profession. Господин президент, господин посол. And also, you know, in some kind of official events, when a person wants to welcome everybody, you may hear уважаемые дамы и господа. Yeah, I think in English I would translate it as dear lady and gentlemen. So let's see this phrase. Уважаемый, it means respectful, and you may hear it in the metro. Уважаемые пассажиры, yeah, we use it as equivalent. Or you may read it in letters that you receive at work. Уважаемая Юлия, да, уважаемая Юлия Константиновна. We will talk about patronymic a little bit later. Now you are watching the second part of our video, and we are going to talk about how to call people we know, how to call our acquaintance, our friends, our colleagues in Russia. So I really love our approach to names, because we have long form, we have daily form, and also we have like tender form of almost every name in Russia. And we also do the same thing with the foreign names. So let's start with the most common. It's a daily form. So the daily form of my name is Yulia. So we call with this daily form each other every day. But you should know that we have a full form of our names. Mine is Yulia. And sometimes it's so hard to recognize for foreigners that it's the same name actually. For example, Alexander is a full form, Sasha is short form. Vladimir is full form, Vova is short form. Dmitry is full form, and Dima is a short form. So sometimes it's very hard to recognize. And this long form we use in our documents, and sometimes when, you know, parents want to be strict and they say like Yulia, and you understand, oh my god, I have some kind of problems. In Russia we are still a little bit patriarchy society, and the name, a name of our father is very important, and it's fixed in our documents. For example, I am Yulia Konstantinovna. Konstantin is the name of my father, and I have it in my passport. And when people want to show the respect to age, for example, when a person is, I don't know, 30 years, maybe older than we are, or we want to show respect to his position, yeah, at work, or to show respect to a teacher at university or at school as well, we use this full form and patronymic. Also, Russian names have diminutive form or tender form. Thanks to the Russian language, it can transform everything with suffixes, prefixes, etc. And my name, my daily name is Yulia. Diminutive forms are Юлечка, Юленька, Юльчик, Юляся. Света, Светочка, Светик, Светуля. And we show our warm attitude to a person. If I can call you with diminutive, it means we're close to each other. Yeah, we have like some kind of relationship, important relations between us. So let's make a small overview. If we don't know a person, we may use извините, пожалуйста, простите, пожалуйста, скажите, пожалуйста, вы не знаете, будьте добры, будьте любезны, девушка, молодой человек, женщина, мужчина, господин, госпожа, господа, уважаемые, дамы, и господа. It depends on the situation, yeah, when we should use one of them. If we know a person, we have other options. The most common is daily, a daily form of a name. Also, we have a full form of a name. And for some official things, we have a full form of a name plus patronymic. And don't forget about diminutives. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. We will answer them.